Change is an absolute necessity of life. If you are to live, to grow, to be all that you can be, then change is an inevitable part of your very existence. Change is a part of all of the world. Change is a part of each individual life. Change is a part of society, and change is a part of governments. Where there is no change, there is stagnation and ultimately an end to life. Governments try to maintain a status quo, and because they are inflexible and fail to change, their lives are limited. Thus, governments that could last thousands of years sometimes are lucky to survive a century because they are unwilling to change. Governments die because people are unwilling to change. Their lives become stagnant, dull, and boring, and they become the walking dead. Change is the inevitable part of life. Change is the one constant that must exist. Look at the repressive regimes throughout the world. What do they insist on maintaining? The status quo. What do they fear? They fear change. And what does that cause? That causes them to try to control people, to legislate spirituality and morality, and then the government will collapse upon itself. This is an absolute inevitability, whether it be a government, whether it be a religion, whether it be a society, or whether it is just you as an individual. It is inevitable that if you fail to keep up with allowing change in life, to keep up with the essence of growth and change, that you will stagnate, that you will stall, that you will, instead of growing and becoming greater and bigger and more, begin to collapse and decay and become less. Change is the essence of growth. Oh, it is true, there is good change and there is bad change. But change is the reality of the world. Look at the plants in the world. Have you ever seen a tree that does not change from year to year? Have you ever seen a flower that does not change from month to month? Even the grass in the field must change. If these things change in order to be alive and live and even to reproduce, for a flower must bloom to make seeds, wheat must rise to make its head, and it becomes green, and then it browns, and then it casts its seed. But there is ever constant change. Change in the plant kingdom, change in the animal kingdom, change in the spiritual world, and change in religion, change in governments. These are the realities for that which will grow and prosper. Some of you will say, how dare you say there is change in religion? Religion must remain constant and stagnant. No, God must remain constant, for God is, and all that exists is within God. but God is the only constant outside of change. Religion is the essence that reaches to God, and that changes as man himself changes. For as man changes and constantly becomes more spiritually aware, his religion itself evolves to the divine and evolves to God. All things are change. And when change is refuted, when change is repudiated, when change is denied, the very essence of spiritual growth, the very essence of life, the very essence of being is denied. If you say you are as you always was, you are. If you say, I am what I was years ago, then we say to you, we feel so very sorry for you, because by now you should be much more. And if your government is the same that it was years ago, we are very sorry for your dying society, because it should be so much more than it was. And if your religion, your church, has not evolved with the changes of time and the very growth of the spiritual essence of humanity, then we say we feel sorry for you, because you are living in an archaic past, not willing to understand the ever-evolving necessity of compassion, mercy, love. These are always expressed in ever greater essence of divine understanding as the church, as humanity, as all of creation comes closer to God. We leave you with blessings and with peace. May peace be with you.